My brain is now spoiled.
Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean?
Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month.
And with that, I think we just pulled off a perfect episode.
Welcome to Acquired Taste, a hip-hop podcast hosted by the world's largest rap group. I am Figure 8, and with me today is...
Coda B, like usual.
Young Ned, as usual. Like usual.
And last but not least, I'm Andrew.
And today is Acquired Taste, episode 47, and we're going to get it started with Today in Hip-Hop History.
Hell yeah.
MC Breed and Don Tolliver's birthday today. Happy birthday, June 12th. Oh, nice. You got it in there.
Perfect sound effects.
Yep.
Wow.
Unfortunately, OG Man was killed in Washington in 2016. Rest in peace. And Jay Dilla's posthum.
We gotta look up how to say this word.
Compilation
Posthumous.
Rebirth of Detroit released in 2012. And now someone else in the news us. We didn't just brisk through that because we had to re-record it. There's a 0% chance.
There's no chance that
perfectly.
we and I accidentally did
And they wanted to say do it live at Zeb's. They wanted.
We can't be trusted for that.
It's crazy. In the news we got. Would you like to take it, Andrew?
Yeah, sure,
Coda
I'll take it.
Dives into it every time and then goes, "Why?"
No.
All right.
Y'all make me read whole paragraphs of shit in the news. I got down to a
Coda
science.
can't read. Why do we keep making it now? Making him do it.
We haven't upgraded to all picture notes yet.
Name
so
10
Coda
books,
can't
Ned.
do it
Oh,
yet.
that's what I need to do.
Name 10 books.
I literally have read like 20 books this year, and you know that about me.
Well, your mom went to college.
I was asking.
No, she
Ned.
didn't.
Not yours, Coda's.
Did she?
I don't know.
She went to This isn't a mom podcast, okay?
Are you
Andrew's
sure
mom
about
went to
that?
college.
My mom did go to college. I think you have to be a nurse.
My mom,
Andrew's
I think
dad
she-
went to
she
a sperm
has
bank.
Some sort of
He was the sperm bank.
degree, I think.
That-
This is not a sperm bank podcast. I had like a
Yeah.
Somehow
genuine
it might
question.
be.
That we got.
We have a long in the news today, but first here we have SZA's SOS breaks Michael Jackson's record for most weeks at #1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums.
Crazy.
That's anytime I feel like you're beating Michael for an award of any sort, that's crazy.
I had to go back and proof this one because I saw another headline about Luther breaking some hip hop and R&B record, and I was like, wait, did I forget to write Kendrick's name? I feel like I just wrote SZA, and nope, she broke a longer one than
Damn.
Luther.
Damn. Second is Timbaland announces AI artist Tata. That
And
sounds
immediately
horrible.
starts rolling it back after the most intense online backlash I've seen since a couple days later when Lil Wayne dropped an album.
yeah.
Also, you can generate a better name than Tata. That's crazy.
That sounds like it was AI generated.
It sounds like you're off to a bad start. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing that I saw some people talking about is Timbaland's been one of those guys that lets one of those companies use his account to sell people reposts and features or listening or whatever the fuck. So some people are thinking that potentially all those beats that people have submitted over the past couple of years and paid him money to submit, he just used all of their shit to make an AI, which is kind of insane and unfortunate.
Yeah. What's also possibly unfortunate is that Lil Wayne released the Carter 6 and divided the internet. Also divided his album into two parts that were both good.
Also
and
divided
not
our
good.
podcast, apparently.
What did you?
Nedley?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
It's bad.
It's the
really?
second half. Dude,
That's
the second
crazy.
half sounds like it's
I
made
went back
with
and
AI.
listened. It's more
I've listened
than
to it
the
twice.
second
It's
half.
bad.
I did too.
Compared
like
to his
2
other
or
albums,
3
yes. But I would say music,
bad.
nah.
That first 6 songs is really that first 6
Man.
is genuinely good. But
I don't even. Yeah, no, I'm not even.
you like the Weezer one?
It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad either. It's not cringy or anything.
Ned, I can't get you to say one nice thing about Weezer every single day of the year, but this you tolerate.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% on my tombstone.
To me, if I'm trying to say something positive about the Weezer song, it might be fun if he's performed it live the same way it's fun with that, like, I can't even think of the song, but Jay-Z singing that rock song.
Wonderwall.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not gonna move me
But he
musically.
didn't
or
put
it's
that
not
on
like,
a fucking album in his
Yeah,
like most
that's what I'm-
legendary series of albums.
that's what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying. Like, if
There
it
was
was
only
just
a-
a little thing he did and there was videos that circulated of it, cool. As a song, that's
It
there is
definitely
other music that
feels
I've heard that
weird.
is way worse.
I
like,
don't
of the
understand.
same.
Wayne has
I don't
had one of the best track records for like the Carters. Like obviously there's ones that people don't like. But
I say
they-
it stopped at 3. They stopped being these great monumental hip hop albums at 3.
4 and 5 are good. I'll stand by that.
I
5
think,
is fine. 4 is like my least favorite.
I think
It's
none of
not-
them
I mean, it's not my
are
favorite, but
this
it's not
level
bad at
of
all.
like unlistenable.
Dash. They all feel like mixtapes to me since the Carter 3. The Carter 3 is the last one that felt like a true like album. Like this is a part of my legacy album.
think
What is
Mahogany
going on the other ones?
Was in Funeral. Which
I feel like
fucking love
Five's
that
got a
album.
lot of him
you're right.
reminiscing.
I like
and,
Mahogany.
I do too.
Five's got a lot of him like reminiscing and going back on his career and like his life and stuff. And then, so I feel like 5 is good. Like 4 and 5, I feel like 4 is probably my least favorite Carter with 6
That's
not
what I
being
just
included.
said.
But I'm not saying it's bad. Like when in the group chat, when you were like 4 would have something to say about that, I like adamantly disagree that 4, like I think 6 is very clearly going to go down as the worst one.
Without looking, what are your favorite 3 songs from 4?
President Carter, Blunt
Okay.
Blowin', Mega
okay.
Man. There's an interlude on it. I think it is just called interlude, but it's
with
just
Tech
it's
Nine and Andre 3000.
3000. I like that one.
It's fine.
She's good with Drake and Jadakiss is good.
Didn't
Nightmares
have
at
to
the
look.
Bottom's not
He-
bad.
Bro didn't have to look at all.
No, he named half the album.
Like that's what I'm saying. It gets shit on because nothing's gonna live up to the like hype and like immediate reaction of 3. So it's always gonna be compared to that. But 4 is a good album. I will stand by that, and so is 5. 6 is not.
That's crazy.
Ned disagrees.
I mean, it's not like I wouldn't listen to it ever again, but there's only like maybe 2 or 3 songs at the end I was like, all right, these are like bad. Like this isn't very good. But fuck, I found nothing else in it that I was like, all right, this is bad. Not great, not like whatever, but not bad.
All right, Ned. Smoke Wayne dick.
I don't. Carter 3 is my favorite. That was
Carter
the
2 is
last
the
one.
best.
Carter 2.
Back up a couple inches. Sorry.
Anyway,
This isn't a music reviewing podcast. Let's move on.
It is.
No, shush.
Exclusively what it is.
anyway,
I can't
before-
say anything about it because I didn't finish the album, so I have no input on this new one. I just know that I heard the pretty much the worst ones from it. Just it's
I
hard
just
to
felt like
avoid.
for me, both times I listened to it, it was like, okay, cool, this is good. Like Wayne's rapping again, and then it just slowly gets worse from there.
It reminds me of I Am Not a Human Being. Like the highs are high, but the lows are at the floor.
I saw a lot of people commenting that like if it wasn't a Carter album, it probably would get a little bit better
hate.
reception. Yeah, just because it. And I also saw a comment that sounds like it was partially made by AI, and I kind of agree with that.
I saw something that said that Eminem and Lil Wayne are in a similar boat of they're just so good and so out of touch and so rich and so secluded and so and so that they're oh my god, I turned myself up so loud in my ears. It's just gonna be hard for them to make
Wayne
something.
also, yeah, Wayne also low key feels like he's like probably got a lot of yes men around him, where
Yeah,
he's
I
not
think-
getting anybody going, yeah, man, maybe don't put this out. They're just like, yeah, bro, that's fire. Like,
Which is crazy because the fans, I think, hold him to such a higher standard, like expectation-wise, that like you would think there's got to be someone on the team that's like, maybe we try and like actually make it
not
great.
piss off our fans with this
Yeah,
one.
right.
someone
I mean, he said he doesn't even pick the track lists.
We got
He
a lot
said
of
he just
news.
makes
I
a
just
ton of
looked down,
sound.
I was like,
Okay,
this-
yeah.
this
We
is a
got to
lot.
move on.
yeah.
Let's push it forward.
Yeah, let's push it. Next up is that E40 does a NPR's Tiny Desk concert. That's probably going to be pretty cool. Tiny Desk concerts are always kind of sick. So
Did you guys see it?
I have not. No.
So it's great. And also, the main reason I added this is because Cool Nuts was like the performance director of it. So
Oh shit.
he was there organizing everything. And E40 in his post about it was like, I only did this because Cool Nuts told me to and made the connects to make it happen. And Bosco sang all of his songs that he has with E40. And Bosco's from here, from Portland. And he did the original stuff on Kanye's Stronger. And he invented that little thing that does that shit with your voice. And he's from here and started up with Cool Nuts. So it was cool to see Portland represented in such a big way on something.
Yeah,
dope.
for sure.
I think some people shit on the Tiny Desk concerts, but I always enjoy them.
I always like them.
I always feel like they're really cool. Even artists that I'm not like that big of a fan of, if I like, happen to stumble upon it, it's like, oh, hey, I'll check this out. Like
Anything live is just, and they do it well. I enjoy. I think I respect that more than just listening to a song sometimes.
We could do top 5 Tiny Desks.
That's
Mac
a great
Miller's
one.
is number one. Said
Mac
Mac
Miller?
Miller's is easy number
I was
one.
gonna say me and Andrew are probably gonna have one on
Yeah,
there.
that's a similar. Yeah, sounds about
I
right.
don't even necessarily think that's like out of like, trying to put my biases aside. I feel like that's a pretty common take too. Like I feel like his is
I've seen the
very
meme.
easily one of the best.
Yeah, you're not alone on that ship by any means.
The world is so
Yeah.
small till it ain't.
Let's move on. Joyner Lucas
Yeah.
announced his new album. I didn't catch the title of it. Does anyone care?
Not really. I saw that he's going to be on DMX's posthumous album, so it makes
We
sense
talked
that
about
he'd
that a
probably
couple
be
weeks
kind
ago.
of
Yeah, we did.
yeah. It makes sense that he'd probably be kind of trying to pair that up to release all at around the same time to build off the hype and whatnot.
I think I'm gonna listen to it. I think I wouldn't. I don't really listen to Joyner Lucas anymore, but he is one of those, lyrical, just like Eminem type personas that I actually still enjoy somewhat. Like compared to like, people we've kind of shit on in the past, like Logic or whatever. I think Joyner Lucas still has always had like, I don't know, him and the Tory Lanez beef.
It kind
like,
of just feels like Joyner cares a little bit more.
he does.
I think that's the difference.
There's substance behind it, I think.
Drake's new album done, confirmed by Aiden Ross. I don't care. Do any of you care?
No,
I don't care. No,
The
I
fact
don't.
that Aiden Ross confirmed it too makes me care even less.
I hate him
I
passionately.
despise him.
Hey, you're a cuck.
Passionately.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Get on the pod.
I like this one. Samuel L. Jackson said he didn't understand the Super Bowl performance until the dress rehearsal. He was literally like, once I put on the outfit, I was like, oh, Uncle
What's
Sam,
what's
not
crazy?
Unc Sam.
What's crazy? I believe him too. I saw the clip and he's like, he's not like, it doesn't look like he's putting on a front of like, yeah, I didn't really know what it was. Ha ha ha.
He was like, it's like the third time I was accidentally on the right side of history.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, oh, we're doing a revolution.
He's like, oh.
He's a national treasure.
All right, somebody pick it up from there.
Yeah, we also got that Eminem is going to play the heckler in Happy Gilmore 2, according to the trailer,
Let's
saw
go.
that.
which
I love that.
that's pretty fun.
I hope we get to hear him call him a jackass. That guy
Yeah,
died, right?
jackass.
The actor who played. I'm pretty sure
I
he was the
think he
dad
did,
from
yeah.
Freaks and Geeks.
I wanna see
I
Eminem
feel
in
like
more
they
movies.
should
He's
have
so
him like
funny.
Slim Shady Marshall, like have his hair dyed and shit. Like,
Eminem's scene in Funny People is like one of my favorite dude playing himself scenes in any movie of all time. Him just yelling at Ray Romano is like, man, it sent me when I first saw that.
yeah,
He's in such few stuff, but when he is like, you guys remember the interview, the movie?
Yeah.
He's
The
just like,
breadcrumb trail of gayness.
I'm gay.
yeah.
And then fucking
His
dude,
little
that,
sprinkle every once in a while that he just drops out there.
He's in one of those 50 Cent shows as like BMF as White Boy Rick, and it's literally just
Yeah.
someone walking outside going, that's White Boy Rick, and him going,
he's like in a fucking full disguise. Like he doesn't even look like him. It's so funny too.
you ever watch Entourage?
The
No,
movie
I've never seen it.
or
The
the,
TV
series?
show.
There's a
TV show.
He's got a funny ass scene in there where like they show up to his party And they're like, "Oh, you think you're better than everybody now?" And he's like, "Hey, bro, why don't you chill the fuck out?" And he's like, "Why don't you chill out, Marshall? You're not a friend." And Eminem just starts beating the fuck out of him. Like, he's a pretty good comedic actor.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Gilmore's gonna be great.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's cast member KD passed away this week. I couldn't find much information about this, but like it was at the top of every single news source I looked at. Rest in peace. I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop since high school, so I don't know much.
I've never watched a second of it, to be honest.
You look like you haven't watched it. What's next?
Oh, wait.
Diddy almost removed from courtroom for staring down jurors. What is happening?
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like he's fucking Two-Faced. He's just for our audio listeners. I just stared,
Which is all of you.
aggressively.
Yeah,
That-
can you?
That's a choice for sure on his part.
That's like I don't
It's
know
one
what
of the
sort of
choices you could make.
intimidation that is, or because that's just gonna make
Yeah,
people like, oh, this guy is even more guilty. Look at him
This guy is
staring
evil.
me down.
This is an evil man.
Yeah, what kind of? I don't know what was going through his brain. I think he knows he's already fucked, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking scare these people.
Just sitting there, just fucking like The Exorcist.
Just lathering himself in baby oil.
Oh, Coda, will you read the next one? I really like this one.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Fat Joe claims to OF run into this. Wait, hold on.
Of is the word.
Claims to have run into. Oh, I'm fucking. I already fucked this up.
Only
I thought
fans.
it was like some claims to. Well, you would do claims to have, not claims to of. So that's why it confused me. But, anyways, Fat Joe claims to have run into designer at the airport prior to his arrest for indecent exposure.
Why is he bringing this up now? It's been like 2 years since bro got arrested for masturbating on a plane. Why this week did Fat Joe go, I saw him right before that though.
Dude, I saw him right beforehand. And
Last
it did
time
not
I
look
saw him
like
was
he was
like
about to beat
he
it.
he was bricked up, but I thought he had it under control. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like one. I wish Acquired Taste existed when that happened. I would have loved to have Coda read
That
the
would-
headline of designer jerked off on a plane and got arrested. Said he couldn't help it.
Yeah, do we got fucking quotes here? I would love to read them if we have quotes of this.
I don't. I had to write it down. It was barely news, but I was like, it's got to be in
Can
there.
I read the next one too?
Yeah.
Go for
I feel
it.
like I get these silly ones. His upcoming album, Cuck, leaked. Hacker Group has donated all proceeds to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Whoa!
I like that a portion of that's going to get bleeped out, and it's not cuck.
Fuck. They did this thing where it was like $100,000 or some shit like that. Like it was a big pool, and everybody just had to donate it. And once it hit that amount, they released it to the public. So,
Cool.
the download or the donation link to donate to the American Holocaust Memorial Museum is still up, though. If you'd like to make a donation. What's last? There's one more.
Last, we've got Eminem's company, 8 Mile Style, has sued Meta for unlicensed use of songs.
I heard him put out a statement the other day that was like, "I'm not a part of that. I don't got nothing to do with that."
I briefly saw something
like he
about
owns
this
the
and kind of
company.
just...
So, yeah, strange.
Well,
it's
this
millions
isn't-
of dollars.
This isn't a sports podcast, but it sort of is, I guess, sometimes. It popped into my head thinking of suing. There's the Portland baseball team, the Portland Pickles, is actually like in a lawsuit with Disney right now because they're using or they have a show or something that's about a baseball team named the Pickles, and the logo looks like very, very similar to the Portland baseball teams, and so they are currently in a legal matter
Portland
with.
All right,
Pickles, huh?
hold on. No cap. Coda, 2 weeks ago when you were at work at 11 a.m., what did I text you? What did I ask if you would get into with me?
Baseball, get into baseball. Baseball's so much fun.
I said minor league baseball. I said, well, can we get into minor league baseball
There's-
teams?
Did you
Go to
text
the-
me
yeah.
that?
There's the Hillsborough Hops.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
look it up. I texted like 5 of you. 5
Oh.
fish got a text that day that was like, can we get into this? They're like, I want to go to $1 hot dog night. I want to go to gay baseball day where you get a free Pride baseball. I want to
have
go
a-
to
this-
the exploding
I have a-
whales game in Eugene.
I don't know if they're still going to do it. But the Portland Pickles used to have a tattoo Tuesdays or something, where if you could get a Pickles logo for tattooed on you for free.
I would definitely get a Pickles logo tattooed on me.
I was gonna
bro.
say
I
you
would
would
absolutely do that.
I've gone to a Pickles game. I have a cool ass camo hat that has the Pickles logo on the front.
So hear me out, guys. Minor league baseball and the tiers under that are like desperate. Like I've seen some ridiculous, bro. One of them in Seattle fucking a couple years ago flew a helicopter over the stadium and dropped candy for kids to rush the field with, and then it circled back and dumped marshmallows on the children. It is chaos, unregulated nonsense at these minor league baseball games. I bet we could find a team. Where we could buy a small sign in the stadium or like a patch on a. I bet we could find one of these fuck ass teams that would be
when I was a kid.
Because
go ahead.
The Pickles aren't like official minor league. They're just like this random ass like league of their own type of thing. So they can do whatever. But even like legit minor leagues will just do random ass shit like that.
Bro, there's a team in Baltimore that on Wednesdays they sell hot dogs in a cup of milk. Don't know why. Like it's just so it's foul. Insanity. I would go do it. I would go.
I would not eat that.
If this podcast gets to where I want it to be, let's start a side podcast where we travel to the worst themed nights in minor league baseball across the country. And
I really want to it's like not a huge goal, but I'd like to be able to go to all the ballparks and.
He said it's not a huge goal. Like
well,
I don't lay up thinking about it, but I don't want to go to Missouri. Dream journal.
I don't want to go to Missouri or some shit and go to be in St. Louis, but
I've been to St. Louis, Missouri. It's all right.
It would be cool to see a game in all the baseball stadiums and get a hat from all the arenas and shit like that.
Bro, let's go to a Tigers game in Detroit. Comerica Park is the best baseball stadium in the country.
When I was a kid, I went to
it's one of the best, I'd say.
Like a training for a day with the minor league. Like the Volcanoes. Who is that? Yeah. Local or is either way? We got to train with them. Like it was for a day. Like my friend took me out and we got to go hang out with them and the whole team signed the baseballs and shit. They showed us how to pitch and do everything. And fucking some of those guys some of those guys are in the Giants right now, or they're
in the Giants.
San Francisco.
They're George Costanza.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's different Giants. I'm talking baseball.
Well, he works for the Yankees, but
sure.
Oh yeah.
I just meant in the Giants. He's in the org.
Sorry, they play for the Giants or play for leagues, MLB. Anyways, fucking, I don't know why I was trying to get that in.
This is not a sports podcast.
That was a crazy tangent.
I was going to say, apparently it is. Fuck.
That was a crazy tangent.
To be honest, that was just about the insanity of stadiums. Coda, turn your camera on so we can see you.
That won't help.
It does.
Doesn't help. I can
see
you
Me and Andrew
guys.
literally nod at each other to let somebody go.
My tits are out. I'm not turning on my camera.
Okay, then that's on you.
That's why we wanted it on.
Fine, dude. I'll turn it on, bro.
All right,
you guys can't interrupt me then.
We're into ranking everybody's favorite segment. This week we had... Fuck, what did I say?
Artists that are more famous than their music.
Oh, you look fine, Coda B.
I'm putting it up high.
Looking like a snack.
Does someone want to go first? I'll go first.
I look so pale.
Run it. I've got my list out, but go for it.
Number 5, I have Action Bronson. Number 4, I have Chief Keef. Number 3, I have Riff Raff. Number 2, I have YNW Melly. And number 1, I think this is just the biggest example. Obviously, his music's big, but he is bigger. Snoop Dogg.
All right, I'll go too. I'm going to say, I actually have kind of a random list, I feel like, but in 5, I'm going to say Flava Flav. Shout out to doing them last week.
That's a good
one. 4, I have Nick Cannon.
That's really good.
That's really good.
3, I have Iggy Azalea. 2, I have 2, and I feel like
famous than her music?
This one could be I mean, I didn't not say that. 2, and I feel like this one is where it gets a little bit maybe subjective, but I have Pitbull. And in one, I also have Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
The reason I have that is because, like, yeah, his music's big, and like, yeah, people know his songs, but like, everybody knows who Snoop Dogg is.
Yeah. Everybody's
And
grandma knows.
Not
who Snoop Dogg
everybody
is.
can name a Snoop Dogg song.
I think I took a bit of a different route on this one. I don't think I have one rap. Oh wait, no, I have two. No, never mind. I have three. Never mind.
Go ahead, Coda.
A lot of more rappers actually. I was like,
Coda's like, I have no rappers. Actually, I have four.
actually, all of them are rappers.
five.
It's like 80%.
It literally is. I put Will Smith.
Oh,
He's. I mean,
great.
I'm sure he did his thing for rapping, but
No,
come
that's
on.
a Snoop Dogg level one.
He was
That's
someone
great.
I didn't know was a fucking rapper growing up. I only knew him from the movies. I put Jamie Foxx. He's just a pure
That's
actor.
another really good one.
I put Jennifer Lopez, which
Wow.
she's
Again, yeah.
kind of a banger.
Solid.
I put Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. And then
That's
I
a great
Paul.
one.
and then I had Ice-T, but he's kind of. I had
No,
Snoop.
I would agree.
I had Snoop
Yeah, I
Dogg
think
on
so,
here,
too.
but like I think his music too. Everyone knows him as a rapper
thought
at
of-
least.
yeah.
So that's why I didn't put
I
him
thought
on
about
here.
Will Smith as well, but I just
Yeah.
didn't include him because I was like, I feel like everybody knows at least the Fresh Prince song, and
I think that's a really
like-
good one. That's
no,
a-
I think it's good too. But that's kind of what my
I see.
only reasoning for leaving him off.
That's a creative one. I think that and what was the one you said? Nick Cannon. I think those are creative.
Yeah, Nick Cannon's great. I definitely could have thought of that. Should have thought of that one.
All right, Nedley.
Definitely Will Smith. That was like the first one that came to mind, honestly.
Yeah.
And then probably will.i.am. I don't know if that one counts. He's in movies and stuff. I like him as the mutant
I
and
mean,
fucking.
he's also like produced for Michael Jackson and shit. I would say will.i.am's more famous than his solo music, especially.
Yeah,
Solo for sure.
I like him as the teleporty guy. I can't remember his goddamn name. I brought him up in another tier list. I don't know why I'm spacing his name. Give me a sec.
What's he do? What's he look like?
He was in Hell
Where's
on
he
Wheels. He was in that vampire movie with fucking Snoop Dogg recently.
That's Jamie Foxx, isn't it?
No, not him. The other black guy. Oh,
do
Common.
that.
Common the rapper.
Common's a good one.
I didn't even know he rapped. I just knew him from like shows and stuff.
Common's a good one.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great fucking actor. And then actually, this is a weird one, but Elvis. Like he's pretty
Wow.
known for his music, but he was in all sorts of stuff. Like I barely know
Also,
any of his
he's just a
songs.
name that kids recognize as like
Right.
almost a spirit Halloween costume. At this
Yeah,
point.
right.
That's-
Like
Yeah. No,
That's a
I
great
like that one.
that was 4. And then I would say probably what's his name from fucking Goonies.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
That's a crazy choice.
That's
but
a deep
I
cut,
Like it
yeah.
fits. That's a.
I mean,
He
sure.
was just Mike Bars lives in Astoria, wherever that is, and like sometimes he'll post videos of his jog along that beach. And today it was just him jogging and then turning the camera, and it was Corey Feldman at the Goonies house, and he was just like running by. Like
Yeah, I saw they got together for something within the
Smoking
last couple of
weed in
weeks.
Astoria.
Oh.
It looked just like Australia.
okay. Album club. Andrew, this was a you pick.
Yeah, so this doesn't have any sort of
I'm sure it
Wikipedia
doesn't.
entry. It is West Side Gun's album 10, but I did learn in trying to find some stuff about it that it's the 10th installment of his Hitler Wears Hermes series. So that's what we get for a little album intro there.
Perfect.
He's been doing
intro.
this for like 10 years, and I think it's funny that no one's cared because he did it in this like weird, funny, artsy kind of way. But like, just to show you that there is a way you can do this and not cancel your whole
And not
career and
be-
look like a schmuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a correct way for everything.
Andrew, would you like to go first?
Sure. So I feel like I hadn't listened to this. It kept coming up kind of in shuffles and different playlists for me, different songs on it. But I was like, this would be a good one to save for the pod eventually, just because it's got like an absolutely stacked features list.
Yeah, holy shit.
And so that's what kind of like made me interested and wanted to check it out. Overall, though, I think it was just kind of like a dope rap album. Like, I think there wasn't anything like, you know, a huge theme or concept or message to it. It was just like dope bars.
Rap, motherfuckers.
You know, yeah, just come on, rap. We're going to have some dope beats. Just bring what you got. And, you know, I really liked it. I thought the intro, I was like immediately like, ugh, I don't know. It just,
Okay.
it wasn't even really a song.
What was bro saying? Like,
Yeah.
that reminds me of someone we know who just be speaking.
Someone we know.
They will not be named.
Someone. Voldemort?
It's me.
Oh.
No.
No, it's
Yeah.
Kanye.
It's Kanye West. Continue. Sorry.
Continue,
I
Andrew.
just that's
Yeah.
that's what
We
popped
feel
into
bad.
my brain.
Me and Cody feel horrible.
Anyway, so like, yeah, I didn't like the intro, but I thought the second song, Fly God Jr., was like a really dope song. And I think had that been the intro, I would have been like enjoyed this album as a full even more than I did.
So
Going on,
jarring.
the intro
So
or the
jarring.
song?
Yeah, it's just like the first thing you hear is so.
Just
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
dirtling, vocal dirtlage.
Yeah, which, to be
Birtling.
fair, I feel like Westside
Birtling.
does tend to do that, almost a skit as the intro. So that's like, I feel like there's been a couple albums of his I've listened to that he kind of does that. So, you know, maybe a critique of his overall I have. But anyway, I thought the song with ASAP was dope. I think I had the thought while listening to it, I feel like ASAP, you know, not all of his features are crazy good or like the best thing ever, but I feel like he only really elevates a song. Like, you're never going to hear a song he's featured on and be like, ooh, I wish he wasn't there.
Right.
I also really liked the song with I didn't write it down in here, but the song with Black Star. I thought the beat on that was one of the better ones throughout the album. And I wrote this down because it was the first time I kind of thought of it, but I really like when beats have like vocal samples worked into them in any sort of way. I think that's just a cool thing. The next note I have is that the West Side Pootie feature really hurt my ears, but the rest of that song was pretty dope. The random "This Is How We Do It" sample on BDP really caught me off guard, but I was, oh, all right, here we are. And then I wrote "Stove God Cooks" was awesome because I feel like he just kills throughout this album.
Is it one guy?
Yeah, Stove
Or is
God
that-
Cooks. He's
Go ahead.
yeah, it's Stove God Cooks. He's part of Griselda. He doesn't have a lot of like solo projects, which is disappointing because I really
No,
like him.
I've heard of him. We had a chance to open up for him. I knew he was a part of Griselda. I just wasn't sure if it was a group or a dude.
No, it's just one dude. But the song, okay, so continuing on, the song Science Class was absolutely stacked with just legends and just like a crazy ass New York hip hop song. I feel like it was cool to kind of hear Busta rap a little bit slower. I feel like he's kind of known, you know, for his fast rapping. So to hear him go a little bit slower was cool. The only song I feel like I didn't really like outside of the intro was God Is Love. And I feel like the first half was okay, but the second half, I just kind of lost me a little bit.
Yeah.
The song with Run the Jewels was super dope. I think both Killer Mike and LP
was
went the
so
fuck
surprised.
in on that.
It's like, where the hell did you guys come from?
Yeah, like kind of almost felt like they were a like random feature on it, but really really dope still. And once again, I felt like Stove God had a great verse on that. And then the last song, Red Depth, I think it was, I thought was super dope. I thought the production was really insane. Just a really good beat. And I think like everybody who was on that song, it's a whole list of people I thought really, really killed it. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I really liked this. I felt like it was just super enjoyable, super just like grimy hip hop album. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it I'm gonna give it a 10.
That's respectable. Let's net over or under.
Under.
I'm gonna go under also.
Over. Go ahead, Ned.
Did you guys listen to this
Alright.
together?
I was curious to see what you
No.
guys said first because I have a very, very strong opinion about this album.
Oh boy, what is it?
Really did not like this album. Probably the worst album I've heard actually on this show. It's
Wow,
just
that's
okay.
you can't
Maybe not
say that when we've listened to fucking like garbage albums.
Yeah,
Oh, I like the
ICP really ruined the...
No, I mean the ICP album was better than this. Holy shit! At least they were like it was like
That's great.
musically
Okay.
something exciting to it. This was boring. Holy shit! The only song I actually sort of was like, oh, what the fuck, was the Run the Jewel song. Switches of nothing, everything. Other than that, though, my god, the beats are just boring. Holy shit! I felt like I was listening to like,
You know
fuck, what
what?
did I forgot what I said earlier. It was it's like eating a plaid T-shirt. I forgot what I said. That's what
Whoa.
it's.
See, this is why
That's
it's
what-
acquired taste. This is why we have Ned on the pod, dude. We need this
is-
contradictions.
Even
S&D, right when you get to this part, send me a message.
Yeah,
the only other time I guess I kind of like perked up a little bit was Aesop Rocky. I was like, okay, that's kind of
yeah.
there's something going on there, but like the only thing about this album that somewhat grabbed me was the vocals, and like that is a problem for me. That it cannot be the main thing. Almost like the only thing that gives me any sort of anything is the vocals, and that is literally the only thing that was like even somewhat like, oh, okay. God, the beats were bad. Just so boring.
I love when Ned doesn't like something. It's like someone's hitting him. He'll talk and he'll be like, this just sucks.
I feel like I'm being hit.
Actual pain. And
But
Hearing
Run the Jewels
his
was cool.
takes
That was the
sometimes.
only part I was like, all right, this is cool. But
just so everybody knows, Andrew's at 5, Coda's at 4, I'm at 4, and our guests are at 1.
yeah.
It's
I guess
technically,
science
yeah,
class
is that-
actually wasn't too bad either. Science
Which
class
one?
was science class.
Science
Oh,
class is
that
the
one's
one with
awesome.
like Busta,
Everyone.
Ghostface, Raekwon, Stove. Like that one.
I think
was stacked.
specifically was Ghostface was like, all right, okay, fun. But yeah, man, who? I guess all right. Maybe it wasn't. Who was the guy that Ellis gave us?
Polo G.
That one might be the worst. That was bad. That was really bad.
I can agree with that more than saying this one is the worst.
But at least like this one seems cooler than that one. This is like that album was just like I hate that rapping, but the beats were a bit better. This one the beats are just not great. Oh, boring. But
So boring. Like,
Yeah.
he feels it. He feels it in his
no,
body. I love it.
I like blasted it on my TV too in my my bedroom. I just like cranked it and like listened to it like not through headphones, but just like while I was doing it. I'm like, man, this is like how long is this? It felt long. I don't even think
is
it's that
not.
long. Right. It felt like an eternity listening to
Yeah.
this.
finished fast.
So I'm gonna give it like a
4.
5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right, I'm gonna go. Let's flip the script a
Let's-
little bit.
Jarvis cut that.
When the
Keep it in.
I love that just happened. That's incredible. When the intro started, I was like, damn, it's gonna be one of those weeks. You know what I mean? Like right when it started, I was like, fuck.
Dude, I was like, oh boy, here, what did I do?
And I literally had zero problems until Red Death. And I don't think any part of Red Death was particularly bad. I just 11 minutes and not enough changed and not enough was exciting. Like all of these rappers are super good in their own right. And the topics changing and the atmosphere changing and the beat changing helps them develop an environment. But 11 minutes of that environment, that's essentially the same. Like that was the only part I felt. I accidentally started playing it. The Black Star song I liked a ton. The ASAP Rocky and Stove God Cooks one I liked a ton. Science Class I thought was fucking awesome. I thought Busta Rhymes didn't do the thing where he logics from Brooklyn.
That's what I said. You stepped away for a second, but I was like, I feel like you're so used to hearing him rap fast that it was cool to hear him
just
just
rap.
kind of just rap and not be like blah, 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 blah.
The Run the Jewels thing was so out of left field, but I thought Killer Mike did the best on the song. To be honest, he was at least it made me laugh, and it was really good. Yeah, I really liked it. So from tracks 2 to 11, I had zero problems with. Like, sure, there were some that weren't as good as others, but I listened to this 4 times today. I played different video games and just restarted the album because I was just sitting there silently anyway. I really liked it. I started skipping the first and last song after the second listen, but I'm gonna 11.5 it, man.
That's crazy.
No,
I'm
dude,
gonna
it's
11.5 it. I
That's
really liked it.
so
wild.
good.
Okay.
The rapping on it throughout is just so consistently
to
good.
be honest, Ned was talking about the beats, and I couldn't defend them. I don't remember any of them. I don't remember them. The rapping was so good. That's what I was just in there. Like, they were fine enough that it didn't pull me out of it. There was no Lil Wayne rapping on elephant noises, but the man, that was some good rap. Rap.
I kind of said it a lot already. I love Stove God Cooks, and I need him to put out more like solo work because he's got singles and he's got features, and then he's got like one album that's produced by Rock Marciano that I think I gave Coda early on here.
Mm-hmm. That was a great album.
But I need him to put out more solo projects because
That was early.
he's so dope.
All right, Coda.
So I'm kind of in between you guys and Ned because where I will disagree with Ned on is I actually did like the instrumentals. The only thing about them is they weren't like they're boom bap like drums. Like, it's just there's nothing like too special, but the sampling on it was pretty fucking dope. Only on a few songs though actually really stuck out to me. The rapping though consistently is good quality, and it is ear candy. It is like that is very much like stuff I like to listen to. But overall, the album there's not a single song on here that really grabbed me. I was kind of bored throughout the whole thing. I'll be honest. My favorite songs I did like Shootouts in Soho, Mac Don't Stop, Switches on Everything. I enjoyed Red Death until I was like, this can't still be going, and it's 10 minutes. Like, I don't care.
It was really long.
How long a song is. Or, I mean, I care how long a song. I don't care how many people are stacked on it if it's, like... I'm not going to listen to the whole song.
Yeah, because, like, if the beat changed a bunch and it stayed unified in, like, BPM or whatever, then it's just 3 songs creatively put to... That is
Right.
one song that
And
goes
that-
on for 11 minutes.
That's coming from, us who, as a group, we've done a 12-minute song, and I'd never go and listen to that song for that reason. It's just too long.
It's fun to make, and it's a piece
Yeah,
of thing. It's like making a movie. Like, we've talked about that too in like art. It doesn't have to, but it's so if you're gonna smack it on your album.
Well, even
I do like that if it's going to be there, I feel like they fit well as a outro song where it's like, hey, here's this I was going to say little, but long fucking song. It's at the end, so you can skip it if you want to. It's not going to jar up your listening experience or whatever. I feel like it has its place for sure at the end.
Sure. And even on our song, the beat switches up halfway through, and there's differences. But anyways, besides just that song, it is very consistent, which I do appreciate, and there's not really a theme to it, like Andrew was saying. So it is like, none of the songs on here are bad. I don't think this is a bad album at all. It's not something I'm going to go back and listen to just because.
Cocaine might be the theme.
The theme is definitely cocaine. Getting the fucking cook so much cocaine, had to get baking soda at Costco line was sick.
Oh my god, bro.
There's lines, like that's what I'm saying. The rapping on this album is so good. It's just, I don't know, man. I wish there was more to it. So for that reason, I'm just gonna give it like an 8. Or honestly, no, I want to give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 just because I like the rapping on it, and the ASAP Rocky feature. He's one of my favorites. That was cool. What's funny is I don't have fucking YouTube Premium anymore, so it doesn't show me the artist listed. So half the time I was like, I don't know who's rapping, but I knew that was the one person when he started rapping. I was like, oh, this is fucking ASAP Rocky. I was like, this is cool. And he that's honestly one of my favorite features he's ever done.
He raps.
He raps on there, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually fucking cool. But even
He
all that
raps,
being
he kind of
said,
adds to the chorus a little bit. Like I feel like it's
There-
dope. I agree.
It's a full collab.
the instrumentals are cool, but they just don't do it as enough for me. Only the samples are awesome, and it is very traditional hip hop, like rap shit. It was dope, but I don't know. 7. That's where I'm at. I wish I liked it more. I just didn't.
11
enjoy
and a
it.
half, 10, 7, and 5.
Yeah,
That's
this.
a spread.
That's
I was gonna
spread.
say this is our biggest cheek spread.
I like that. And when we're all not just regurgitating the same shit
Yeah.
4 times, that's good stuff.
Jarvis cut me saying cheek spread.
I'm for sure leaving that in. That brings us to the end of Album Club. That was an exciting one. That was fun. Thank you, Ned, for hating it so aggressively.
Yeah.
Something that I loved so much. That really made it fun.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks for hurting my feelings.
I think it makes it fun. That's why he's here.
No, I for sure. I'm just fucking.
I gotta
with
be
you.
honest, though. It does make it special when Ned likes a rap album. Like, I get excited.
And there
Yeah,
has
we
been a
were
few
like,
that I really like.
"Oh!"
The joy pendulum for me is real wide. When he doesn't like something, I'm just hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, when he
internally hurt,
loved
and when he
Boldy
likes it, I'm like,
James and then fucking
Yeah,
No, Boldy James is sick. That's one of my favorite recommend. And that's kind of similar to this album, but I think Boldy James.
he's
did
on
it-
their label, I think.
I think he did it better.
yeah. He's not. I would say, in my opinion, Boldy's the best in Griselda.
He's like
And the run,
emotional.
he's-
Like it's crazy.
the
That
run-
guy's like, he makes me feel.
The run he's on right now, putting out consistent projects, is insane.
Generational.
It might be.
All right, we're gonna move on to our email submission song, and this week we had one within our group, Lil Indigo and Spades' duo Young Game, with Reloaded. Opinions.
I thought it was pretty good.
I love this song. They showed it to me and you, Fig, when we were in the car right before Indigo left to Detroit. Showed us this
I
song.
shot the video for them in Detroit.
Yeah, and this one it's very cool. I think it's very I don't want to say like a mainstream, but it's very listenable. Like, and they do a lot of like the psychedelic type.
Well,
The mixing
Kinda-
is pretty good.
The
The
mixing's
layers of
great.
like the humming and the sound effects and all that stuff sounds real professional on this one.
I loved the humming and all that stuff in the background. It's cool.
Coda saying they showed it to you in the car. I feel like it would be a good song to listen to in the car, like have the volume up and shit. I feel like it fits that vibe for sure. I felt like they both like really rode the beat well.
It was almost a drill beat, so to hear you guys doing, that almost New York kind of East Coast style stuff on that, I think is tight.
The hook,
Um,
the way the chorus, the way Indigo does, is very catchy. Like the way he rides with the beat and then does the hums in the background. And
I
then
really at that
plays the
go
hums
ahead.
throughout the song is pretty cool.
I really like the end when he does that in
Yeah,
the
the
background.
scale.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a fun song, and that's currently out now on Spotify. Go listen to that. Little Indigo Spades and Young Game Reloaded. It's fun when a Fish send us a song and we wouldn't get from the Fish Shuffle,
Yeah.
which we're about to go in. Ned, do you have anything to say?
It's good. I like Spade's verse a lot, actually. When he comes in, I was like, God damn. That's one of my, honestly.
reloaded.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I was like, oh
They
my
both
God.
killed it.
Yeah, that was good. I like it. I think maybe the beat could be just a smidgen louder. That it was literally the only thing. Other than
Indigo
that,
sounded like waned a little bit. I agree with that too, and that could be the Discord thing.
right? That's what I was thinking too. That happens sometimes where it comes in a little weird. But yeah,
I had my volume way cranked up at first, and I was like, "Whoa, this doesn't sound good." And then
Yeah.
I looked over, and I was like, "Oh wait, this is
They're,
bad. We can turn this down a little
Their
bit."
engineers gotten really good at getting their sound down that they like because they work with them so much. So it's, it's usually pretty quality. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Up next, Fish Song. This one's early from 365. Zebra Huntsman, which is me, produced by Jimbo. And I guess we're obligated to play a clip of that right now.
Beach to get my summer back. Where the fuck my 100 racks? Where the fuck my Hummer at? Looking at it through a scope of shit, there's still my gun attached. Being broke is not a joke, so y'all can go have fun with that. I'm handing out drip, tell me whose mouth is dry. I've been rapping since legit, that's like 2005. If we was back in school, then I would eat your lunches. We don't even need discussions, cause I'm leagues above. I'm selling up and selling down and selling illegal substances. We the antelope fishermen, you look like the motherfucking zebra huntsman.
And we're back.
And we're back.
What'd you guys think about that?
I didn't love it.
What'd you think, Fig?
It's
I
alright.
don't. It's my voice, man. I really don't like my 2019 to 2020 voice. Like, as the drugs were hitting a real peak there.
Good old
Wasn't a
days.
fan of that.
Yeah, it's
The rapping was actually, there was like some bars in there where I was like, damn, you said that?
there was times where I was like, damn, that was dope. There was I can't even like think of what you said, but there was a couple that made me went, why'd you record that?
Yeah, like,
Like, it was just like, oh.
man, why did you say that out? You free will. I had free will. Like, that's how I used it.
I think
No.
nothing was like terrible,
yeah.
but it was very like forgettable, except for the end. There's something at the end you did I actually really liked. I can't quite remember it, but it's something at almost the very end. I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that. But it's, I don't know. It's not. It's
I
just,
do agree. It's mostly the voice. I feel like if it wasn't for
Yeah,
that voice,
I think there's
it
a lot
would
of
be
like really
solid.
cool bars. Yeah, I could probably re-record that word for word now, and I would think it's a much better, not great, but still a much better song. There's a lot of cool bars in there.
There's a lot of bars on there. That's what I realized, and I was like, oh, that's why when you were like, oh God, like you were listening to it with your head down, I was like, I actually, like, you have bars. It just sounds like dirt quality. Like
I had
your
a few
vocals
moments where I was
were
like
peaking.
tight, but
There was like scratches in like the recording and like just weird like from like a audio like,
early
perspective
fish stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's which isn't.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's why I don't even rate it based off of that. It's just I like the bars really, and yeah, I could see how you don't like your voice. Then I mean, no one likes their voice from fucking 3 years. Like if we did a podcast 3 years ago, we'd all remove it from the internet. I think.
I don't like my voice now, so
Yeah,
I like your voice
am
now. It's refreshing.
no.
It's like
That's why I don't listen to this, because I don't like hearing myself speak.
it's like a cup of lemonade.
You're a cute
It's a bit
little guy,
bitter,
dude.
but tasty, refreshing. All right, that brings us to general discussion, which okay, one thing I saved for.
No, please.
Oh, one thing I saved for general I said we were gonna let you talk, and you made a signal, so I was making.
No. I was gonna say. Well, I thought I was gonna let you keep going. I was gonna say pitches. Don't forget about the pitches this time. And
No pitches for now.
No, we're not pitching.
Not right now.
We're
I'm saving.
pitchless.
Save your pitches for something that I have planned.
No. I didn't mean those pitch. I meant. Well, you had one pitch. That was get rid of something that.
Oh no! We got to save that. That's
Okay,
for the-
save that.
the
Jarvis
thing.
cut that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I was-
Jarvis cut it.
My fault.
Yep. No, you're good. Reel it in. I wanted to talk about how for the first 30 minutes of this podcast, Coda was just a little profile picture, and his profile picture was moving, and I spent so much time looking into the tiny butthole of his fucking moving Discord profile picture. It looks
guys
so
talking
weird.
It didn't move on my end. It just has like the little like
Yeah, that's what I mean. It had like
Butthole
a
wrinkles.
thing. Yeah, it had butthole
Little
wrinkles
pink
moving
stars.
around
For
it.
our audio listeners, it is moving. It's Ultron coming out of a portal. For you get it from
It's a
playing
butthole.
Marvel.
So yeah, your
Rivals.
butt.
It's not a butt. It's my butthole actually. No, it's just a GIF of my butthole. GIF? Can we debate that right
Let's-
now? GIF or GIF?
No,
a
absolutely
jiffy
not.
butthole.
I say GIF, and when people say GIF, I do think less of them. But
I
it's a free
think I
country.
always say GIF, and then sometimes I'll hear
I
other people
always
say
say
GIF.
GIF, and then I hear GIF, and I'm like, no, you're
I
probably
s-
wrong on that.
I say GIF, and then I'm like, why did I say that? I know it's GIF, but peer pressure made me say
You
GIF.
don't have to worry about that here, baby girl.
We're
We
okay
ain't
as long
gonna
as
peer
we're all
pressure
on
you
the
into
GIF
saying it
side.
like peanut butter.
I'm sorry, man.
it's
There's a lot going on. It's been a rough week.
it's been a rough month.
Nobody made fun of me. We're getting dangerously close to our anniversary month, and that's why me and Coda had that weird interaction then, and why I'm excited for this general discussion to end, so we can do the other thing that I want to do. But next month, guys, not only am I very proud of us, but I have some the plans. I've shared some with Coda, So I'm trying not to tell Coda all of them. I'm sharing all of it with Ellis, so I have one person to bounce off that this is in fact hilarious and worth our time. But I do want to announce officially that we have booked a professional studio space that we are going to do a live in-person episode for our 1-year anniversary. So you guys are going to have full 4K video, multiple cameras, produced by an engineer. It's going to be a whole thing. Probably won't do it again for another 12 months, so don't get used to it. But we're really excited to do that. That's one. I think that'll be really cool.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that should be dope.
I may have some special guests coming to that. I may have some surprises planned out for that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He's just saying, and I'm just spraying.
Dude, Ned, do you have anything rock you want to bring up? Anything to bitch about?
You can pay $30 to watch Black Sabbath play their final show and watch Ozzy die on stage. That's kind of
Are you
fun.
going to do that?
I might, honestly.
Is it going to
you
be
sound
his
like you do.
funeral? Is it a funeral show? Is that
No,
what's
but
happening?
No, he just thinks he's going to die there.
There's everyone does.
That's what I mean. Is it like he knows this is going to happen, so he's like, just let me sing in a casket, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Instead of him biting a head off a bat, he's gonna get a giant
bat
bite.
bites his head
huge
off.
bat.
And that's how
Yeah.
he goes out.
Batman, just Christian Bale shows up and bites his head off. That would be
Where is
awesome.
he? Ozzy Osbourne. Where's the bomb?
Crazy. Bro, have you?
Should we have Batman on the next fucking show?
Yeah, sure. Let's just get in touch with
This is
Christian
a weird
Bale or any
branch,
of the
but
Batmans. I'm sure they'll get right back to us.
This it reminded me. Have you guys ever seen the movie Tusk? Yeah, like horror movie. It would be like where he has. He turns bro into a fucking what is it?
Man bat, a
A
walrus.
walrus, and then has him kill him because he killed a walrus that saved it. Just watch that movie, but that
Bro, I
reminded me of that. Like he's like, I need this redemption because I
I
didn't. know
loved
that was-
Kevin Smith so much in high school that when he put out that Dog Pile movie, I drove,
Yeah.
like, no theaters were showing it. I drove like 3.5 hours to Flint to watch it in the one theater in Michigan that had it playing. And when I walked out, I was like, what the fuck did we just do? Like 5 hours of my fucking life.
That movie
including
fucked me
travel.
up when it came. I rented them on Redbox, not knowing anything. I was like, it's gonna be like a psychological
out Redbox.
thriller type
Rest in
deal.
peace, Redbox.
R.I.P. Dude, bro, I didn't
That
have
movie's
fucking
actually got some-
Netflix. All I relied on was I would rent games
Redbox.
from Redbox, dude. I would do everything.
I rented games from Redbox too.
That's the
Are you guys
shit.
stealing them?
Oh, I have so many at my parents' house right now. It's unreasonable.
Andrew was like, nah, I uphold the law.
I have
I'm not a criminal.
Stop! In the name of the law.
blockbuster movies still in their
I do
case.
too.
I think I have one
Me and
somewhere.
Tag went to the Sandy Blockbuster when the week it was closing down and bought a bunch of the signs and DVDs.
Oh, yeah.
Tag has Agent Cody Banks 2 with the Blockbuster sticker still on it displayed in his
That's sick.
That's crazy.
That's an episode? That's a perfect
That's
episode?
a perfect episode.
They're all perfect.
what we
Make
do.
sure to rate this podcast on whatever platform you're listening to it on. Go subscribe to the Antelope Fisherman YouTube to catch all of the video extra stuff that's going to be coming out next month and our game stuff, and the Patreon at patreon.com/the Antelope Fisherman. Taste you later, taste buds.
See ya.
Fucking A.
You're not him.
My brain is now spoiled.
Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month.
And with that, I think we just